Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Searching for Players podcast. This is the podcast that knows a new year brings new games, new movies, new TV shows, and best of all, new podcasts, complete with that new podcast smell.
Oh, is that what that smell is?
And as always, I am David, Player 1, and joining me, almost as always, Alina, Player 2.
Hey.
And fan favorite, our resident non-gamer, Dallas, Player 4.
Hi.
I think Alex was too tired from all his journeys.
He's traveling.
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, he
was at the North Pole.
Yeah.
Then we thought he was home, but it looked like he was at some fancy resort with a fireplace.
Honestly, I think he was just ditching us, but whatever.
Yeah. So hopefully next week we'll see him.
He can have his excuses.
All right. What else?
Getting into the podcast now. I missed you guys.
Yeah,
Missed you too.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel
Our
like
first official podcast
Yeah.
of the new year, since of course our New Year's one was shot a little before.
Shh. It's podcast magic. But anyway, so at the beginning of the new year, let's do what you've been watching, what you've been playing. We'll start with you, Alina.
Okay, so what I've been watching, I was telling David I thought I saw more movies than I did, I guess, since Christmas, but I've seen two. I saw Assassin's Creed, and I saw La La Land.
I wanted to see La La Land.
La La Land's really good.
Okay.
I love that one.
Yeah.
That one's good. Assassin's Creed, not so much.
Ooh, do explain.
I don't know, I just got really bored, and just wasn't that compelling.
Were the past sequences cool? Like where he was in Spain or wherever he's supposed to be?
I guess.
Yeah.
They were
That's mostly what I just
They were
want to
kind
see,
of
but-
dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it.
Okay, so I kind of know Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So, this dude travels through time fighting evil, sort of.
You go back in time through your ancestors' memories, so you're not really going back in time, but you're
Okay.
reliving their life, and you can then I don't know exactly how they do it in the movies, but in the games, it's like people can relive those memories then by capturing your memories and stuff. So
Okay. And did they, I guess for you, they didn't capture that well?
Okay, I've never played Assassin's Creed.
which is funny because you're wearing Assassin's
I know.
Creed 3.
I stole it. Just pulled that over. And,
David calling you out.
whatever. Keeps me warm because I'm cold. But I've never played it, but I know basically I've seen people play it and my boyfriend play it and all that kind of stuff. But I never had a chance to get into it. I don't know if I had the system at the time or whatever, and then I just never did, and then it kind of went downhill, and then I was like, why even bother? It was one of those things.
And there's a lot of them now.
Yeah, there's a lot of them now. So, what was the question?
It didn't capture that video game quality of like jumping back in your ancestors' memories and.
I mean, they did that. I don't know if I can like accurately answer since I haven't played it. And you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay, so
just based on a
just
movie.
based on a movie, like, would this movie appeal to general public? Probably not. Like, watching that movie, I was just like...
Meh. Overall, meh.
Yeah. I mean, there were probably...
At this point, I don't know.
but-
At this point, I'm probably just going to rent it, but I am curious to see. I know.
Just
I already
how
know
it's
just
done.
from the trailers what they changed.
Some of this
but-
stuff just didn't make sense, and I'm not going to say, like, what... Obviously, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but... Just parts was just like, why did they do those things? It seems kind of silly and very, I don't know. Just didn't work, but... Which is sad, because you want video game movies to work.
Right.
And...
Rarely do they work.
Yeah, rarely do they work.
I feel like they would because there's so much story already there.
I think maybe there's too much story. Video games take place over 30 plus hours, and it's like you're supposed to cram all that into an hour and a half movie, 2-hour movie at most, and then it's like, how do you get all that? I guess the journey of it, right? Like, I don't know, it's a different medium, so I'm not sure if it works.
Yeah.
Translates as well.
Yeah. It can, because usually what happens is they try to find a middle ground. They wind up pleasing nobody. It's like the hardcore, all the fans are like, oh, this isn't as good as the video game. And then your general public's like, oh, this is just not a very good movie. And it's like trying to find that, in between. Sometimes too, like, I think, Resident Evil's had, 6 movies now? And I think the reason that worked is because it's based on Resident Evil, but they very much took it their own direction and did their own thing with it. There are characters from the games and all this, but it's not trying to be part of the Resident Evil world. It's not in the same continuity or whatever. And they didn't just try to recreate the games. They've kind of gone in their own direction with it. So.
Oh boy, have they gone
in
their own direction. Yeah.
So I think sometimes that can work a little bit better than I think Warcraft or Assassin's Creed, I think, are trying to tie themselves into the same continuity as the games. And that makes it tougher. So.
What about the Mortal Kombat movie? Dude.
The first Mortal Kombat movie, that is Oscar worthy. Right?
I did enjoy watching that movie.
That was
dumb as it was.
Yeah,
it was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that one. I saw it with you guys.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable for all the wrong reasons.
But Assassin's Creed wasn't even that. I guess it wasn't it's taking itself too seriously, and of course I'm sure Mortal Kombat did at its time. But it's just you couldn't even enjoy it, and this is so dumb.
Right. Yeah.
Movie.
Mortal Kombat has a certain camp to it that's just fun. Yeah. Even that old Street Fighter movie, that's a terrible movie. Not even campy like Mortal Kombat, just bad. But it's one of those. It's so bad, it's good because you can make fun of it and all that stuff.
So now I'm trying to think of other video game movies.
There was Prince of Persia, which
I did see that one.
I actually liked.
Yeah, I liked that one.
Now, the thing with that movie, I think everybody calls it a failure because it was a huge budget and it didn't do that well. Mm-hmm. But as far as a standalone movie, now that was one of those cases of kind of recreating the game in movie form with some new additions. I think some people, too, had a problem with Jake Gyllenhaal playing a Middle Eastern prince or whatever. But that happens a lot in Hollywood, so... but I actually kind of like that one. So.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Sorry.
I mean, Fassbender played.
Well, yeah, and that's always weird because the characters in Assassin's Creed in the future
are usually white.
And then they go back and then
to their
they're
ancestors
Middle Eastern or whatever, but it's because it's supposed to be their ancestors, so they've somehow migrated from that. I don't know.
Sure, let's go with that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember some other... Of course, you got straight up terrible Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
And again, that's because...
well, I mean...
that's another case of it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
Well, I think for me, anyway, it's because I watched it when I was, young, and it just has that certain, childhood nostalgia.
Yeah, and it's another one that's the same sort of thing where it's very different from the video game. It's how do they translate this weird side-scrolling game with mushrooms and turtles into a live-action movie in, the early 90s?
Yeah.
Where special effects weren't going to keep up, so I don't know. There's I don't know. And a lot of times it seems like they try to make fighting games in the movie, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. There's the terrible Dead or Alive movie. There's the terrible Tekken movie. Yeah. There's the terrible King of Fighters movie. I don't know if you've seen any of those.
Nope.
I think I've seen part of the Dead or Alive.
So I actually have not seen Dead or Alive. It has a bunch of...
I feel like that's the one I've maybe seen.
It has a bunch of fairly well-known female actresses in it, but it's terrible. Then there was a Tekken movie, and these were both more... the Tekken movie, I think, was maybe a Japanese-made movie. I don't know. I saw it on TV back when G4 was still a thing. Mm-hmm. And then the King of Fighters movie, also terrible. But
I did see Tomb Raider.
See, that's an example of... There were two of those, and they were, fairly successful. And the nice thing about that is each Tomb Raider game pretty much has its own standard story, its own story, and its own sort of standalone adventure, exploring these temples with the backstory. So to make a movie like that is not too difficult. You just take those characters and then create whatever adventure you want them to go on. So I think that works. So there's not... I mean, Tomb Raider has backstory and all that, but it's not like a Warcraft where there's all this lore, or Assassin's Creed where there's all these games with all these different characters and information.
Like a Drake's Uncharted could work.
Right. Which, I don't know if you saw, they just announced that the movie is supposed to come out this year or something. I don't know. There's no actors attached to it anymore. Mark Wahlberg was supposed to play the main character, which I don't know about that. I guess they officially announced the script has been completed.
Oh, okay.
The Warcraft movie was in development for 10 years, so,
we'll see Monster Hunter when it comes out.
Right.
And I'm trying to think of ones that are coming up now. I guess we can't think of anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Other than those.
Straight up video game movies. I think you may start to see more of the animated because they made that Ratchet and Clank movie. Mm-hmm. Supposedly they're making a Sly Cooper movie. I could see those more cartoony characters just translating into cartoons, So I don't know.
Good work.
But
Yeah. Well, have you been playing anything?
Yes.
So you saw those 2 movies.
Yes. So I've been playing. I got Pokemon for Christmas. I got money for Christmas, which then I went to go buy Final Fantasy 15 on a whim. Like, I was not going to get that game. I wasn't interested in it. And then it was just sort of put in my head, like, a couple of my friends were enjoying it. And I was like, whatever, I'm picking it up today. I'm here at Best Buy. Whatever, I'm going to buy it. So I bought it and then I took it home and, like, I've been hooked. Like, I love that game. And I haven't spent that much time on a game, like an RPG, in a really long time. So it's kind of nice to be like, I'm going to sit down and play Final Fantasy. I'm going to wake up early today so I have extra time to play Final Fantasy. So it's like, it's that excitement of being like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to play this game. And I have 30 minutes before work, but I'm going to do it right now. Like, I'm going to just do a quest real quick. So it's nice to be excited about it. And my boyfriend too was like, I haven't seen you like play a game like this in a while, like stick to it. So I guess it's a testament to whatever. But having a lot of fun with that. And then Until Dawn, I finished my playthrough. And everyone was good until the last hour, and then almost everyone died. Because I just didn't follow, like, directions. So there's the monster reveal, and then they have a little booklet on, like, how to combat the monsters and all the tricks and stuff. And then I just wasn't in the heat of the moment. I was like, this choice. And then it was like, this person dies. This person dies. I was like, why? I was doing so good. And it was like, oh, like 3 people survived out of, I think there's like 8 people total. And then like a couple people I hate. So it's just like, why? Why does that happen? But that was pretty good. That game was really creepy. I think my boyfriend's going to do a playthrough now. He made me play the whole thing, and I was like, I hate this. I hate this the whole time. So, but at the end, I was just like, I don't care anymore. I was just mad when everyone was dying, and I was just like barreling through, which was stupid because then I didn't find special items and like specific items that I was like story, like you needed in order to get a certain outcome or whatever. So it was just like, just messed me up. Totally messed me up. But that was fun too.
Okay.
And I've played about 2 hours of Pokemon because I'm just playing fantasy. So that's it.
That's it?
And it was Pokemon Moon, right?
Yes, Moon is the one I have, yeah.
Who was your starting Pokemon?
I got Rowlet.
Oh yeah, that's the owl thing?
Because I wanted Ghost.
Okay.
I love Ghost Pokemon.
Okay.
So I was originally going to go with Litten, like Fire Cat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out like the final evolution was part Ghost for the bird. So I was like, gonna have my Ghost team eventually.
And there's one based on a dog or something that
yeah,
everybody like hates apparently.
Yeah, some people, I think it's like very polarizing. So everyone's like, I hate this thing, and other people are just like, I really love this thing. Why does everybody hate it? So I don't know. Yeah, it's a little water seal dog looking thing. Like, it's very clownish looking, I guess.
I'm gonna assume it's cute.
Give
it the benefit of the doubt.
It's pretty cute, actually. I think I've gotten used to the design of it, but
that's not the same as cute. But I'll let you
now.
sit with that one.
Okay.
David.
Yeah.
Since we last met, what you been watching? What you been playing?
Watching. Finally starting to catch up on the Netflix Marvel shows.
Oh, finally! I've been asking you to watch those forever.
So of course I had watched Daredevil season 1 back when that had come out.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with Jessica Jones.
Yes. Okay. So what do you think about Jessica Jones?
I'm really liking it.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping this continues with all the series. It feels very different from Daredevil. Like,
yeah.
It definitely feels like it's in the same, world, but its own thing, its own unique feel. And I'm hoping Luke Cage and eventually Iron Fist kind of feel like that too, have their own unique feel to them. I know you've already watched all of them, but
yeah. Well, when does Iron Fist come out?
February, March,
yeah,
something one of those months. So soon.
One of those, but yeah, I've seen both seasons of Daredevil. I've seen Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, and they all feel extremely different, but within that same world. Right. Like you can tell, it's still New York, right? But Luke Cage is very much Harlem. Jessica Jones is very much wherever they live. And Daredevil is very much Hell's Kitchen. But then you have like certain characters crossing over and stuff. But it's really good.
And I like the way, because Luke Cage has been in like 4 or 5 of the episodes. Like he's heavily featured, and I like the story arc they're doing with him and Jessica. And the other thing I will say, big comic book nerd, specifically Marvel. I know a decent amount about Daredevil. I know some about Luke Cage. Jessica Jones, I don't really know anything about. I don't know if I have a single comic with her in it, and I like that. Like it's that way, it's all fresh to me. So I don't know how close this is to the comics. I don't know how far off. I don't care. I'm just enjoying the show. And I kind of like that without having preconceived, notions of how things should be. I also like, in Daredevil you had Kingpin, great villain.
Yes.
This one you have Kilgrave, another great, interesting villain.
So good.
And I hope that continues. But I think that's the great thing about the Netflix series is in the movies, a lot of times they don't have the same, except maybe Loki. They don't have enough time to develop the character because it's one movie. He's got to be evil. Here's why he's evil. Boom.
Yeah.
Where in Netflix, you can get into it, their background. You can see how evil they are, or why they don't think of themselves as evil, but and things like that. And you like in Daredevil, there was a whole episode just Kingpin. Like it was no Daredevil; it was all about Kingpin, which was cool. And right now, I'm at the point in Jessica Jones with Kilgrave. They've got him in the thing. His parents are there, and I just finished the episode where I don't want to say anything, but I think I'm on episode 10.
Okay.
So
where you got a little bit more of his backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so
and Jessica
good.
just found out something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I'm
Great actors.
trying to keep no spoilers.
No spoilers. Great actors
Yeah.
playing the villains specifically, like Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, as Kingpin.
Kingpin is so good, and like who doesn't love David Tennant? I mean, and he's such this affable guy, but then he plays Kilgrave, and he's like so vicious. It's so. Yeah. Girl, you gotta watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's good.
All right.
It is. And and it's a lot of Australian actors, so I don't know if they shoot it in Australia or if they actually shoot it in New York. But her friend, Trish, whatever, the reporter.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she's the hacker, the young Australian hacker in the first Transformers movie. I don't know if you remember that, but I knew I recognized her. I had to look her up. So she was only in the first Transformers movie, but just kind of random.
That's cool.
So really enjoying it.
David looking up pretty actresses.
Yeah,
all right.
I recognized her, and I could hear. This is what bugs me, though. This is what bugs me. Especially Australian actors, their accents come through.
Oh.
Yeah, hers comes through every now and then.
She's supposed to be New York. None of these people have actual New York accents, and she every once in a while, like at one point, I think she said like "see you later." It was like "see you later," and it was like, nope, that's Australian. But no, I think it's really good. I like a lot of the characters. 2 things. One, the intro reminds me of Fables. I don't know if you ever played Fables. The intro, that sort of noir, stylized, even with the music and everything. And 2, I feel like the people who wrote this and produced it had to have been a fan of the Punisher miniseries that kind of helped reboot Punisher in the early 2000s. He was kind of out of the limelight, and they came out with a 12-issue miniseries. He lives in this rundown apartment, and there's all these sort of unique personality characters living in the apartments around him. And of course, some of them keep trying to, be friendlier to him and all that. That's in Jessica Jones a lot. There's that brother and sister. There's the, druggy guy. There's one other character. But it's just kind of interesting. It has that same feel of this sort of, and it just reminded me a lot of that Punisher miniseries. So, anyways, other thing I've been watching, just watched it, Emerald City. Did you check that out?
So it was on. I DVR'd it, and I was playing it last night, but I was hooked to my phone, so it was on in the background, but I wasn't paying enough attention to where I could really delve into it. But when I was paying attention, I was like, this is kind of good. A different take on the Wizard of Oz, and
I love stuff like that, sort of that alternate, retelling of the story.
So what is it?
It's Emerald City. It's basically Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Dorothy's older. She's like, I don't know, what, early 20s, maybe mid-20s.
Maybe I would go mid-20s.
Yeah, and all we know is she's been dropped off as a baby at this farmhouse. That's where she's born and raised. Now she's a nurse. Stuff happens. She gets sucked up. Boom, she's in Oz. But of course, this is a much more, I don't know, adult, darker version of Oz.
It's definitely very dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She basically she's in a police car when she winds up going to Oz, and she hits one of the witches, of course, the Wicked Witch of the East, right?
Yeah.
With her car.
No, West.
No, West is the dark-haired one.
Oh, okay.
and she hits the east, and then the Munchkins find her, except they're not called Munchkins, they're like Munchkins or something. Munchkins.
Something. They're like children.
Yeah.
Instead of
okay.
it's different.
You think they're like Munchkins because they're all kids, but
Yeah.
then they take them to their tribe, and the tribe are all normal people, but they're very like tribal, almost like Scottish type tribe that take her,
Okay.
and then they make her leave, and
they're speaking a different language too.
yeah, like
Which,
one of them
yeah.
manages to speak English, but that was it. You know, of course, how he knows English. But
how do you?
yeah, but it looks very. Vincent D'Onofrio plays the wizard.
Yeah.
And it looks like something's happened where he's essentially taken over Oz and he's banned magic, and only 3 of the witches are still alive, well, including the one she hit with her car. And I don't know. Without getting into the whole plot, it's a darker, more twisted version of it. And the reason she has a dog is because the police dog was in the car, and the word for dog there is Toto.
Okay.
So it's not really the name of the dog, but of course it's a German Shepherd. It's not like a little puppy and stuff. But. So I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see where it goes. The first 2 episodes aired back to back last Friday.
And that's all there is so far.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a new series on
NBC.
NBC.
Okay.
I'm intrigued. Hopefully it keeps being interesting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it without my phone.
Right.
And then I'll talk to you about it.
So,
cool.
That's basically what I've been watching.
What have you been playing?
What I've been playing? Not a whole lot, actually. Got some time in on Overwatch. Haven't had a lot of time to play games, especially online multiplayer stuff. But a little Overwatch because of the holiday event. Had to get some of that holiday stuff. So frustrating. The first time I had some time, I sat down. I was like, I'm going to play some Overwatch. I actually managed to get like 5 loot boxes because I did some of those event things and got enough, blah, blah, blah. Every single box was just giving me the spray paints for the holiday. No costumes, no special emotes, nothing. Just spray paints. The last box, I was like, please don't give me any more spray paints. I open it. I got 3 holiday items.
What?
All of them spray paints.
Oh, no!
I was like, what? Eventually, I got some costumes and some other stuff, but I definitely didn't spend as much time on this event as I did like the Halloween one and stuff. So, but it was still fun. I've been playing a little more of that Sam & Max I told you all about. I think I'm on episode 4 now. Mm-hmm. That's fun. It's old school, and actually, just because it's easy to just pause it and do whatever else I want at the same time. Hot Shots golf.
Yeah.
I figured you get a kick out of.
Yes.
A long time ago, I had bought one of them for the PS3, and I've barely ever played it. So I've actually been trying to play it and unlock characters and stuff. So yeah, I like it.
I haven't played any Hot Shots. Like, I think I played one Hot Shots like long time ago. I don't know.
They're fun. Like they have a cartoony look, but the golfing systems are actually pretty solid. So I'm enjoying it. I mean, I've lost sometimes and stuff against the computer, so I like it.
Golf
it's relaxing.
Games.
Yeah.
Games.
I get really excited about. I don't know why. Golf games. I love video golf games. And fishing.
Fishing.
I feel like
fishing ones I can't get into.
That's more of the like you like very tedious games.
I do.
I
really
golf
do.
games and fishing games are definitely, to my knowledge, because they are in real life, tedious games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them.
I feel like we could just find any, like, really tedious, intricate game and you'd be all over it.
I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's cool.
So.
That's not much.
For me, I haven't been playing anything.
Yeah?
Yeah, nothing. Not even Snake. Anybody? Anybody?
I'm going to use this opportunity to take a drink of my milkshake.
Yeah, go for it. I used to kill at Snake, though. Anyway, just saying.
I remember
Fun
Snake.
fact.
I remember Snake. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. On the old Nokia phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was huge. What I've been watching, so a little bit of Emerald City. I feel like I watched something else. Oh, it's a sappy show, but I love it. Nobody else. Well, maybe a few people might watch it. This Is Us. It's really sappy. It just made me feel good over the holidays. I needed that feel-good family moment. It's pretty much it as far as nerd stuff goes. Oh, did I tell you guys I saw Rogue One?
No.
I saw Rogue One a while ago, actually. I think I saw it. Yeah, I definitely saw it after Christmas, before New Year's. But anyway, I went to go see it. Loved it. so.
I haven't gotten a chance to see it.
So
Yeah, I haven't
good.
either.
It's oh my gosh.
I was telling David we tried to go last night, and it was like we were with a friend. They didn't have 3 seats, like, because freaking Draft House. So they didn't have 3 seats like all together.
Yeah, you went on a Saturday night.
I know. We're like, oh yeah, people go see movies on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sucked.
Yeah, you gotta go. I'm
Okay.
telling you. You'd see it in the theater. You'll trust
Yeah.
me. You'll
I'm telling
thank
him this
yourself.
week we're gonna try and go.
It's
so.
such a good movie,
Okay.
and it's a perfect storyline to fit in the overall storyline. Like it's like a little puzzle piece that you've been waiting. Like you didn't know you needed it, and then you got it, and you're like, "This is the piece. It fits." I saw it with my sister, and there was like one point where if you're a fan, you're gonna freak out, and like we looked at each other, we're like, "Yes." But yeah, Rogue One. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's been about it, though.
Cool. All right, so as far as what we got to talk about, not a whole lot. It's beginning of the year in, video game world. Nothing ever happens at the beginning of the year. Not a whole lot of huge releases, not a whole lot of news, so there's no big news stories. So we got a bunch of quick hits. So if there's something y'all want to dive more into, let me know, and we'll talk about it. If not, we'll just kind of talk about it and move on. First thing, though, I just want to mention, I think I briefly talked about theme parks last time. My love of theme parks, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good,
And where
good.
you guys are monsters.
Yeah.
Giving people extra salt and then charging them for watered down sodas.
That was
was
running
him.
our own theme parks.
That was him.
Oh, okay.
Whoa,
was
you
not
charge
me.
for the bathrooms. Calm
Okay,
down.
that's true.
Okay.
All right.
But I think I had said it was going to be the new Japanese, or the new Nintendo in Japan in the Universal Studios.
Right.
Was going to be called Super Mario Land. It's actually Super Nintendo World.
Oh.
So that does leave it open that
Okay.
it might be more than just Mario, which is good.
Zelda.
Because I'd like some cool Zelda,
Pokemans
Metroid.
and
Yeah.
Metroid.
So,
Other big Nintendo properties
Donkey
that I can't think of
Kong.
right now. Kirby.
yeah, Kirby. That'd be interesting, right?
Yeah. That'd probably be a good one.
Anyway, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
It's cool.
And that's 2020. I don't know if I said that before last
I
time.
don't know what
either.
that means. What's that mean?
Comes
It's
out
a year.
year.
Oh.
2020. Yeah. Not the news program.
No.
Not your eyesight.
That's how much it's going to cost.
Oh, well.
$2,000.20.
Sense.
I was going to go 2000
I know.
$20, but I messed it up. Just forget that happened. Yeah.
But anyway, and that'll coincide with the Olympics, if I'm correct, in
Oh,
Japan.
yeah. Oh,
So I think we should all go to the Olympics, and then we can go to Universal
Yes,
Studios.
we
So
should. Well, I won't go to the theme park, but we should go to the Olympics.
Dallas is uninvited.
I'll be eating sushi.
Winch Olympics. I mean, I guess it'll be.
It will be the summer
Oh, sorry.
Olympics.
Yeah, it'd be the summer ones. So
I don't remember Olympics.
We just had the Summer Olympics this year, so 4 years.
Oh. I
So-
thought they did them in the same year for summer and winter.
they used to.
Yeah.
But like, what year? 98 or 2000? They started doing them every 2 years, summer and winter, summer and winter.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when we were kids, it was always
Yeah.
all the same year.
Right.
But CES happened this week, which, if you do not know what CES stands for, Consumer Electronic Show, in Vegas. Lots of tech stuff, cameras. Self-driving cars was a big thing this year.
Give it to me. Actually, no. Never mind.
I
That's
don't
the only
like- I
thing
don't
I
like
can
the
do in a
idea,
car is
but-
drive.
Neither do I. I just...
I would like it if everybody
Oh,
had
yeah.
a self-driving car. Then I wouldn't be worried about it. But if I have a
Oh.
self-driving car and if they don't, then I'm
Can I have a little aside here?
sure.
So, an old lady drove her car into my work establishment this week.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, so self-driving cars probably not a bad thing.
After a certain age, you're required to have a self-driving car.
I have so many thoughts about that.
Yeah.
So did it go through the window, or did it just crash into your building, like
The window, like
into the store?
into the store,
Wow.
glass everywhere.
Is everybody okay?
Everyone was fine. The driver was fine. Nobody was in the store, thankfully.
Oh,
And,
okay. Was this on the news?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But it was some old lady.
That's crazy.
Boss sent us pictures, and like that was my day off.
Good day off.
Thankfully. Yeah. So yeah, self-driving cars.
Self-driving cars,
I'm
that sounds like
for
a
it.
better idea.
I'm for it.
There was one interesting LG TV, their newest, 4K, 8K. 8K is a CES now. That's a thing.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
I haven't even done a 4K yet.
I know.
Slow down. Slow down.
But this TV was only 3 millimeters thick. That's like less than your cell phone.
So tiny.
And the way they do it is it's designed to be mounted, so it doesn't have a stand or anything. So it's supposed to go on your wall. I mean, it'll stick off your wall like that much. And it comes with a sound bar, and the sound bar has sort of all the guts of the TV in it.
Okay.
So you would you'd have to have the sound bar. That's where you're going to aim your remote for volume and all that stuff.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's interesting. Of course, it's $8,000
Wow.
to pre-order one.
Yeah.
So
Super affordable.
yeah.
8,000
Chump
for
change.
8K.
Yeah.
Cent each. No. How does that work?
It'd be $1. It'd be $1.
It's okay. I just messed up 2020. Or whatever. Yeah! Go us! Public schools!
Also, interesting, they didn't have a lot of video game stuff. They had some VR stuff.
Yeah,
They did, however, have at the Nvidia sort of conference, whatever you want to call it, they did talk about Mass Effect Andromeda, showed some new gameplay footage, and they gave the release date, which is going to be March 21st. So like 3 months.
There's so much coming out this
I know.
quarter. I
know.
can't.
I was surprised. I feel like we haven't heard that much about it for it to all of a sudden be dropping. But
It's pretty good.
so in 3 months, new Mass Effect.
Okay.
I love the original Mass Effect trilogy.
I never played it.
You need to play it.
I know.
It's so good.
I always see like the trilogy box like on there.
Right.
And I'm like, maybe I should get it.
Wait, I bet they're going to do a remastered
Yeah.
version. for
Isn't
the
that
new
the
system, so.
remaster? Oh, okay.
So right now, you can play, like on Xbox One, you can play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are backwards compatible. Supposedly the load times are slightly improved, but it's still the same game. And then on PS3, because the original Mass Effect didn't come out on the PS3 originally, they released it as a trilogy where you get all three. But there's constant rumors there's going to be a remaster, so I don't know.
Okay,
but
I can wait.
Anyway, so March 21st, I just hope it means the game is, fully baked and we don't get like a half whatever. But that was kind of it that piqued my attention from CES. I don't know if you guys paid attention to any of the CES news.
No, I totally on that one.
Only a little bit. 'Cause few people I follow on social media were there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's cool. Scroll.
I think CES in a lot of ways is one of those things that'd be interesting to go to
Mm-hmm.
and actually get some hands on with some of the cameras
Go look
and
at all the
things
tech
like that.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah, that'd probably be pretty neat.
But a lot of the stuff that shows up at CES, half the time you don't see it for another year or two before it's actually like, consumer level ready or whatever. So another date though that was announced on Twitter, Injustice 2, May 16th. It's a fighting game. It's made by the guys who make Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
But instead of Mortal Kombat characters, it's DC Comics characters. It's pretty fun. Did you ever play the first one?
I think so. A little bit, I'm sure. At
It's
some
fun.
point.
I mean, if you like Mortal Kombat, you're going to like this. It's more of a PG-13 version. Obviously, nobody's ripping Batman's head off his shoulders or anything. But it's pretty fun. So
You like the more violent games?
I do.
Well, a while back, they had made a Mortal Kombat versus DC game.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were upset because DC didn't want the extreme violence of Mortal Kombat. So there were, like, fatalities, but they weren't
Crazy fatalities.
They weren't like that fatal.
I don't know if you've seen Mortal Kombat fatalities.
Especially the newer ones.
Especially the newer ones.
Then no.
Super
No.
Okay,
graphic.
alright, we'll show you some.
Sure.
Good times.
Some x-ray views and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Hearts exploding and
Yeah.
other stuff.
I mean, I'd be down. I'd be down. You guys know what shows I watch, so.
That's true. Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Hang on just a sec.
Yeah. Anyway,
What's up,
how about
guys?
you and I talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Because you and David have just been doing.
Oh,
your-
so I wanted to bring something up and I'm nervous to say it.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I've been watching Community.
Wait. You're nervous. Why are you nervous?
Because I like it,
Go ahead. But.
but it's not super awesome.
Oh my god! Oh no! No! How could you say that? Oh man! This is okay.
So you can feel
Wait. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay, alright. I'm sorry. Why you like it,
so
but it's not awesome.
I just finished like the first season.
Okay.
A few episodes into the second season. And I'm trying to pinpoint like what it is that I'm just not like grasping onto. Like, I love this show because I like some of the humor, but I think maybe some of it doesn't just resonate with me as well or something. I don't really know what it is. Like, I love Troy to Bed.
Yeah.
But everyone else I shrug at. Like, I don't really... I know! There was that one episode with Annie and the pen.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, I've had that moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was like, I feel that on that level on some of them, but...
What about the fighting episode in season 1 where what's that dude's name? Where Jeff has to fight one of the guys on behalf of the group's sake, but he's never been in a fight before.
I did like that one. That one was good too. Okay, that one was good. I like the pottery one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say this for Community, because I really liked it.
Yeah.
Community is one of those shows. Not every episode is a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that. There's a couple here and there. It's like, that was all right.
Yeah.
You know.
Everyone's always like, but did you see this episode? And it was like, yeah, I've seen those episodes. And yes, they were funny, but I think it's like, nothing has made me, like, laugh like crazy. Like, the way, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine makes me, like, bust out. Like, I love that show. Like,
I think, okay.
I don't know.
So then that puts it into perspective a little bit. Because Brooklyn Nine-Nine it's silly.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, but it's silly. And I haven't watched a whole bunch of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
So I don't know, is Community not silly enough for me? I'm not really sure because that show is so silly. Like,
I wouldn't describe it as a silly
No?
show. I think it's a really smart show that...
What are you trying to say?
I think a lot of the humor, especially in those episodes that aren't like the super fan favorites, like a lot of the humor is more nuanced. And it's definitely laced with nerd culture and all these pop culture references. So you really have to pay attention to the episode.
Yes.
Whereas with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like, you can watch it and enjoy it, but you don't have to have all this knowledge of, like, you know, video games or pop culture or this obscure reference from the 80s.
Yeah.
Or when they do the theme episodes of...
Right.
Later they do a theme episode of... Mad Men, and they do a theme episode of, which I know you liked, the Mafia one, the Mafia movies, which I loved.
Okay,
I was sitting there, and they were like dealing out these chicken fingers. This is so great.
I mean, people say like the later, not like the first season so much, but like...
See, I disagree with those people because I love the first season.
Okay.
First season is like pure Community. Because then later, especially when, you know, some of the creative decisions were taken out of Dan Harmon's hands, like Britta, I love Britta as a character, but then she just deteriorated. Like, she was so smart and snarky in the first season, and then second season and on, she just got dumber by the episode. Okay. And it's like, what happened to you? And everybody's character just kind of got a little bit more... Cheeky's not the word, but just it just didn't have the weight of the first season.
Like, watered down a little bit.
Yeah, definitely watered down. I will say the last season that was on Yahoo Screen, like, perfect. It was the perfect way to end the series.
Oh, okay.
Although there's still hope for a movie.
Oh,
there's still
okay.
Hope
6 seasons in a movie.
6 seasons in a movie. I am not letting go of this.
I mean, I'm gonna stick with it. Like,
yeah. Paintball episodes.
I did see that one.
What's up? There's more.
Oh, okay.
There's more. There's a spacecraft episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one where they're in a video game. Well, they're playing it, but they make it look they're in it.
I've seen that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Dallas showed that to me, but I'm not sure.
There's one where they're, I forget which game they're playing, but they're rolling the dice, and then you learn about like the darkest timeline.
I think I saw that one too, and
alternate universes.
Alternate universes.
Too, yeah.
And then I like their what is it called? Dr. Time Machine
Instead of Doctor Who.
No, Inspector Time.
Yeah.
Instead of Doctor Who. And it's so good. I mean, you don't even have to be a Doctor Who fan to like really find that hilarious.
Where Abed thought they had all been turned into claymation for Christmas.
Yeah,
yeah,
they did, and that was a good episode too.
I like the callback to that later on, where they're talking about it, and you see it from everyone else's perspective, and they're like talking to Abed, and Abed's sitting there like thinking he's in the claymation world or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember that.
I know, I do. It was good. And then there's like pillow fort versus blanket fort. It's so silly. But yeah, I don't know.
In other words,
that's my
keep
take.
watching it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Like I guess for the other people that said, yeah, the later seasons are better.
What are you watching it on?
Hulu.
Okay. I can't remember what it was on.
Yeah.
Oh, it was on NBC.
No, but I meant,
Like now.
I didn't know
yeah.
because I didn't think it was
When
on
it's streaming.
Netflix. So
I don't know.
I'd go back and watch the whole thing if it was, but.
We could watch it together.
On that note,
That's
watching
a
things
no.
together. I mean, we talked about this, I think, on the Christmas episode. Nintendo Switch, January 12th, this coming Thursday, 10 p.m. Nintendo's doing their big presentation, and it's supposed to have all the details of the Switch, price, release date, all that. I think we should all get together and watch it. Dallas, I know you're super interested.
When is this again?
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
10 p.m. at night.
Oh, I already have plans.
At 10 p.m. on a Thursday?
Yep.
You're so popular, Dallas. I wish I was like you.
She is.
But the reason I bring it up specifically is because they've also announced Nintendo does this thing called Nintendo Treehouse. It's basically like they have these people that hang out and play games and show off the new games. They're doing a whole Treehouse like all day Friday, the day after this announcement, starting like 8:30 in the morning Central. All these times are Central.
Okay.
And they're going to show more in-depth of games, is what they've said, which basically means they're going to announce games for the Switch Thursday night, and then we're going to actually see people play them Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting. This was kind of a funny thing. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. Ariana Grande is going to be she's coming to Final Fantasy.
Why?
Now, specifically, she's coming to the mobile Final Fantasy game Brave Exvius. I haven't played it. I think Alina has.
I've played very little of it.
Okay. But she's going to be a character in the game. I think I don't know a whole lot about Ariana Grande. I know she have like a leather thing with bunny ears that she wears.
Yeah, that's on her latest album.
Okay.
I know that for some reason.
I think she's going to be in Final Fantasy. There's these like bunny human hybrid looking characters. I think that's what she's going to be.
Oh,
okay.
And she's going to wear that exact black leather thing on her character or whatever. I've seen the little.
I mean, if I was in Final Fantasy, I'd want to be Viera too, so I totally get it.
So I've seen the little art of her, and that's what she looks like. It looks like one of her. I don't know. Do you fight in the game?
Yes.
So one of her like moves that they showed, because it was all her like little animated sprites or whatever, was her singing and all these lights flashing. So I don't know if that's going to be like her. Yeah. I just thought it was kind of interesting, kind of random.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's a marketing thing for both Final Fantasy
That's
and
so
her,
weird.
I guess. But
Yeah, I don't. That's a little weird. I hope it
it's
works
the
out in her
world we live
favor.
in.
I mean, I feel like the only way is like that she contacted them, and that was like
Probably her agent or somebody. Yeah. But
Why though?
no.
But I'll admit, I never really heard of this game until I saw the news thing that she was going to be in it.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that. I mean, I don't know that her fans are like would want to play.
Right. Just so they could play as her
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens.
that stuff works in mysterious ways.
So this next one I thought was impressive. So Steam, we all know what Steam is. Dallas, Steam is basically, you would call it like client software or something on the PC. It's basically a hub where you can go to buy games, play games. It's sort of like, like you have your Xbox or your PlayStation. You have Steam. It's one of the options on the PC. It's kind of difficult to
It's
explain.
like a virtual console.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not just a store because it also has multiplayer servers and you play games through it and interact with friends through it.
Okay.
But you can buy games. Anyways, it's basically the go-to place for PC gaming.
Does it stand for anything?
No, it's just Steam.
Okay.
The company that made it was Valve, so I don't know if that was a playoff,
Oh.
Valve's
Yeah.
Steam.
Oh!
So.
That is.
It's only been around for a long time, Alina.
Oh, man.
But
Sometimes I just don't think about those things.
this past week, they reached 14 million concurrent users.
Wow.
That means 14 million people were logged in to Steam at the same time. The exact number was 14,207,039 or something. And it's partly because of the holidays. People probably had more time. They also do their big holiday sale, so there's people on that. I know I was on there looking at all the sales and stuff. So now I don't know how if people are logged in on their phone, if that counts. I may not even be looking at anything, but I'm logged in right now, and so or I have it in the background on my computer. But still, over 14 million people at the same time. Yeah, so it was the highest it's ever been.
Oh,
so.
okay. That's just the point.
Yeah, it's just impressive, I thought. So.
No, that is
It is
impressive.
impressive.
That's kind of it for gaming and tech stuff. One non-gaming thing that was just announced: CW has already renewed 7 of their shows, all 4 DC shows, which makes me happy because I'm a nerd for that stuff. Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and Flash, all been renewed. They also renewed Supernatural.
Oh my God, let
for
it
its
die.
13th season.
Let it die.
13 seasons of that show.
I will say I've never been a huge Supernatural fan, but I started watching because, it was on reruns on TNT or something, and I was like, let me just watch an episode. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I've never gotten into it, but I've seen a couple episodes here and there.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it seems like something if I had watched from the beginning, I would be happy that it's getting a 13th season. But.
I don't think I would, because look, I was a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, and I want that show to end.
It's still going?
It's still going.
No.
Yeah, and I let it go, because there was a time where I was gonna catch up. I missed a week, and then I missed 2 weeks, and then I got so far behind. I was like, I'll catch up when it hits Netflix, and then I hadn't done that, so I'm 3 seasons behind or something. And I'm going to go back and watch it because
Eventually.
well, no, because I watched all those seasons.
Yeah, you have to finish it.
Yeah,
it's like me in House. I was like, I have to go back.
Exactly.
I don't want to.
What's happening to Meredith Grey? Okay,
Yeah.
And I gotta know. But I'd be super mad if I was a Supernatural fan.
Yeah.
I don't want to know any more stories. Just end it.
And then the other Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and Jane the Virgin, which I haven't watched any of those. So.
I heard really good things about Jane the Virgin.
Yeah.
It's
My
funny.
mom and my friend really like Jane.
It comes on after one of the DC shows I watch, and it does so sometimes I see the little last time on Jane the Virgin, and it does the recap. That show looks so corny and ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I guess it's sort of a CW soap opera version, I guess. I don't know. It just seems so out there to me.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a little bit like a telenovela too.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit more outlandish than American soaps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, plus it's called Jane the Virgin.
I know. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm definitely gonna give it a try.
Obviously, I'm not the target audience, I would assume, for that show. So,
who knows, David? You could open up your horizons.
and that is actually all I really have for this week. Like I said, not a lot of news.
So, PAX is coming up.
PAX South is coming. It's coming to Texas.
Is coming.
It is coming to San Antonio.
Ooh.
Which is where they held it this is what, the third year, I think. I actually have never gone.
I've gone.
Just for scheduling reasons. I know you have. I think Carlos has gone every year. So I don't know. Are we going?
I'm planning to go on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Which weekend is it? I don't even remember the dates on it. Isn't it the end of the month?
I think so.
Last weekend of January?
I forgot. I need to ask off for work.
We may not be going together then.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Near the end of the year.
We'll talk about it next week. I'll look all the info up.
Well, I guess that has to be 28th, 29th, right?
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Whatever the last weekend.
The last
of January
weekend
is.
of.
Okay. And big thing there, Nintendo Switch will be there playable.
Oh.
It'll probably be like a 4-hour line.
Big-
But
So
I'm
great.
sure.
You know what I'm gonna do if you guys make me get in line for that? I'm gonna be like, hey people, come to my party. Come to my party. Let's play this game because I don't want to talk to you in person.
let's go play basketball.
Let's go
But
play
then we'll play the Switch on the bench. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do. But yeah, I'm down to go if you guys wanted to go.
And I know PAX South, from what I understand, heavy on cosplay. No? I thought it was.
no.
I heard it was. I've heard incorrectly.
Who told you
I
that?
don't know.
Do not dress up, David.
Interwebs.
Don't dress up.
I think we went on, I want to say we went on a Saturday last year and hardly any, it was mostly jeans and t-shirts. Like, I was like, boy, I'm sure glad I didn't dress up for PAX because, like, hardly anybody. There were a few and they were good, but
I guess the main thing I heard
definitely
though
was
is
not the
it's
majority.
not as, like, I think PAX, what do they call it, PAX Prime now,
Yeah.
PAX East or whatever, has a lot of big game announcements. But I don't think South or West get the same
not really.
announcements. So,
I'm trying to figure out who's going to.
which is interesting because there's a lot of game companies like in Austin and Dallas, so you'd think they'd bring stuff, but I'd still like
I'm
to
sure
check it
Rooster
out.
Teeth will be down here.
I'm sure they will.
I just want Funhouse to come. So let's go.
Right.
We know you love.
I know.
Funhouse.
I do love them. They're like the only thing I watch on YouTube. Like, honestly.
Oh, you don't even watch our podcast. Our like 14 subscribers are so mad at you right
We are
now.
growing. 14 and growing.
14 and growing. You know what? It was just today, right before we recorded this, that Alina subscribed to our podcast. like, David and I had
know.
subscribed.
I'm
Now
a
we're at
disappointment.
15 and growing.
Yeah, 15.
It's all right. I want to make my goals. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll talk about that later. Yeah.
So yeah, PAX South. Maybe we'll go to that.
Yeah. Dallas, you got anything else?
No. Happy New Year, happy gameplay. Is that what people say?
Nope.
But you make it your thing, though.
We can make that a thing.
Make your thing.
Happy
Yeah.
gameplay.
All right. So I guess that's it. So I encourage y'all to go out, and for this new year, introduce your friends to that new favorite game, favorite TV show, favorite TV movie, favorite movie, whatever. TV movies happen.
Yeah.
They do.
I was like, that doesn't
or-
sound weird.
Even better, introduce them to your new favorite podcast
Whoa.
and get them to subscribe.
Don't be like Alina.
Yeah, don't be like
Yeah.
me, guys.
Bye.
Bye.